Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Wednesday, November 11th. Our Skynet program is absolutely awesome. It nailed Apple and Tesla and several others today for huge gains, top and bottom. If you're not familiar with that, just just check on the website. You can see what the Skynet program is. Something we built, designed over the last 7 years, and now have implemented, but is absolutely awesome. All right, taking a look at Apple here first. We want to see where we are, what happened today. So Apple had a beautiful down and filled the 1522 gap, and right off that gap, it rocketed all the way up to the middle Bollinger Band. It was absolutely perfect. Nice job on the calls there. They went about 120% for the ones we were trading, and then right back down and made another 80%, 90% to the downside, doing very well. But Apple right now is just broken. It's just that simple. We'll have to see how the numbers come out tomorrow from that iPad Pro. But right now, the cutting all the production or whatever they did, you could see it affected everything. But nice bounce here after this gap fill came up, flew pretty nice, got up to the 117 and change. And then pulled right back down again because of the daily had the middle Bollinger Band and the 100-day right in the middle of the way. So from a technical perspective, just couldn't get through there. Wasn't enough power to get through. So we do have this 120.16 gap right here. Looks pretty good right here, but the relative strength index says we're going lower. Stochastic says we're going lower, and potentially we could go lower. And you're probably looking at the 51st support here. Could not get through the middle Bollinger Band, so that's pretty bearish. But you have your next support 114.34, and then you have your lower Bollinger Band here at 110. So 110 looks like it's in the cards for Apple after that little head fake of a bounce today, but it was a beautiful bounce to 117.42, and that's how you trade Apple. I mean, those options are liquid, so just have fun with them. PCLN had a nice little move today, and then even closed up 60 once it broke the 50 and held support. Did really well. Not sure what's going to happen here, but the relative strength index is starting to kick up to the upside. Beautiful gap up here that needs to get closed at 14.29, but baby steps with this one. They had their earnings and they beat earnings, guided lower. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. Google has just been an absolute beast, and I want you to keep an eye on one to go short with. But Google is doing really well here with the push up, but it is getting overbought here. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Relative strength index on the daily is 70, but it's been that way for quite some time. Just keep an eye on that one. But keep an eye on GE here, because this one's really overbought now, and it's outside the upper Bollinger Band, and the lower time frames are even more aggressive for the downside. As you can see, we started to turn here, which is fantastic, but put in that top, and your relative strength index is about 83 at that time. So GE could get a nice little pullback, mid Bollinger Band 30 area. 30.25 on the hourly, but that's probably going to be the solid support. But those options do really well if you trade options. If not, we have a beautiful gap down here that eventually we could get. But right now, it's very strong to the upside. Just looking for a quick short-term pullback, middle Bollinger Band on the daily. It has been holding for quite some time, so 29.50. So look for a buck somewhere in that area to move for a little bit of a reset. All right, that's about it from us. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Have yourself a fantastic night. Remember, if you're not a member, make sure you become a member.